Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, what we got for you today? Once again, we've got a gorgeous pen from my previous pen haul. You'll remember seeing the pen here. There we go. As you can see, it's actually in bits and it looks like somebody has been trying to do a repair or a service, I don't know. Now here's the pen in question, now that I've actually finished it all and it's ready to go to a new home. Isn't it a gorgeous, gorgeous pen? Now, although somebody had sort of, began to work on it, it was in parts, if you like, there was still a lot of work needed inside here. The remnants of the previous diaphragm was literally stuck to the barrel, and it took quite a bit of soaking and sort of removing. But we've actually removed everything internally. We've cleaned everything internally. We've put a brand new diaphragm in the pen, given the pen a lovely polish, and as you can see now, it's a lovely, lovely example. What we have for you is a Parker Vacumatic lockdown filler, the first generation, which we'll show you in a moment, and dated from around about 1936. Now, I believe this model could well be the Junior, and this one, as you can see, comes in what they term as marbled grey pearl. Now, in 1936-37, they brought out this grey pearl. They also brought out a marbled green pearl and a marbled burgundy pearl, and also, I believe, a black one with sort of a hatched pattern in the transparent barrel. Okay, now as you can see, this particular model, along with the other ones I've just mentioned, the colours have, let's show you the light, have this lovely transparency in the barrel. Okay, you can see the feeder tube there. Okay, so we'll show you that a little bit more in a moment. Let's put that to one side. But as I said, a lovely example now. It's got a nice clear barrel imprint. If I can find it for you. There we go, just around there somewhere. And it reads, to the left it has made in Canada, Vacumatic. To the right, patent number. It's got the date 26. Is it 26 or 36? I can't quite recall. I think it's actually, 36, hence the date 1936. It's got registered trademark to the middle underneath, and to the very bottom, other patents pending. So it's got a nice clear barrel imprint, as you can see there. It's got this, the trim is nickel trim. It's got a black stud to the bottom. It's got the two cap bands, as you can see there. The very recognisable nickel clip, as you can see there, the arrow clip, and again to the top, the nickel ring with the slightly peaked jewel to the very top. Okay, now unfortunately I've not actually measured it, so I can't recall what the measurement is, but while we're sort of on, there we go. Again, difficult to see over the camera, but let's call it there. So what is it? Let me have a look. 120 something, maybe 123 around the barrel. What have we got there? Oh, that's interesting. It's about 13 millimeters in diameter. So it is actually a lovely chunky pen. It's very nice indeed. So let's undo the cap for you like so. Let's show you the pen Numerous different angles. Very nice indeed. As I say, everything now has been fully cleaned. The feed, the breather tube inside the section. You can see the section's got this quite a small section, but even though it's small, it's nice and comfortable to hold. And then we've got a 14 carat Parker Vacumatic, registered trademark, made in Canada. And then what you can't see, because it's inside the section, it has a number 8. So the nib may have been added a little bit later. Okay, but saying that, the Canadian Vacumatics were still being made in Canada after they stopped making them in the USA. So yeah, not really unusual to have a slightly later nib in the pen, but it's the arrow nib, as you can see there. There's a sideways view. We've got the ladder feed underneath. And as always, everything is lovely and clean. A very nice pen indeed. Now, as we've just mentioned, it's a lockdown filler, which means it has this quite a short blind cap here. And if we undo the blind cap for you, okay. Now, the only downfall with this pen, but it doesn't make a great deal of difference, is that when we unscrew the blind cap, the lockdown filler, I think it may be just catching slightly, so it comes out like so. Now, that's not a problem, because the only time you would actually take the blind cap off is when your pen runs out of ink and you want to refill it, because once you've refilled it, there you go, if you push it back in, it stays in as it should. So it's just when you actually remove it, I think it's just catching maybe a little bit of wear due to age, but again, not a problem. Okay, so you can see inside there, just to the right there, you've got the diaphragm, and if we just turn it round again, you'll see you've got the breather tube to the center as well. So once again, lovely and clean. So if we undo the filler, and let's see if we can show you working. There we go. Okay, so you can see the diaphragm moving in and out as it should do. Now, before we put the section back on, we tested. It's got very, very good suction. So I do not foresee any problems in filling the pen, but I'm not going to fill it because I'm going to leave that pleasure to the new owner. He can decide whether he keeps it in his collection or whether he fills the pen with his favourite ink. But what we'll do in this little case, I've got the ink to the right here. Let's just do a little bit of a dip test to see how the pen writes. So what we've got is a Parker Vacumatic, dating this one to 1936 and made in Canada. Okay, so made in Canada around 1936. Oh dear, I'm not having much. 178, 9, 10. There's no flex in the nib. It's writing, I would say, with a fine line, but a nice writer. Just a tad on the scratchy side. So what I'll do, I'll just do a little bit of smoothing just to make it a little bit smoother. But as you can see, writing very nicely with a fine line. Let's get a bit of tissue. So what we'll do, we'll clean that nib after the video. We'll do a little bit of smoothing, and I'm sure the new owner is going to love this pen. As you can see, it's in gorgeous condition as it is now. Needed just a little bit of work, but in full working order and ready to be enjoyed. There we have it. So as I always say, get in touch. Don't forget, leave a comment below. Don't be shy. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. For now, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini from me and this gorgeous pen. Bye-bye for now.